Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the June 24th, 2025 Social Circle Planning Commission meeting. I want to call the meeting to order. We let the record show that the only member absent is John Gardner. Everyone else is present and accounted for. Minutes from the May 27th meeting, they are in your packets. Did anybody have a opportunity to review those and any corrections noted? If none, the chair will entertain a motion to approve those minutes as published.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes that was presented to us as we hopefully read them.
Okay.
That's incorrect.
We have a motion by Signor and a second by Glenda to approve the minutes as published. All those in favor, please signify by raising your hand. All right, motion passes unanimous. Next item is a public hearing for a proposed text amendment to section 9.2.1.a regarding cul-de-sac length. And I'll turn it over to Ashley for a brief presentation.
Yeah, so this is a text amendment. We recently saw a variance come before us on this issue. We noticed that the Unified Development Code currently requires a maximum of 250 feet in length from the nearest intersection with the street providing through access. We believe that this was a Scrivener's error when we were doing the UDC. It just, we think that there was a zero left off of the adopted text, and the correct length should be 2,500 feet, which is just under half a mile. The variance that was recently granted brought this error to the attention of staff, and that variance was approved for 750 feet between cul-de-sacs, which is consistent with the IFC. So staff recommends amending this section of text to either 2,500 feet or 750 feet to match the IFC. I'll leave that up to you guys, what you guys want to recommend to mayor and council.
Okay. Are there any questions of Ashley? All right, at this time, we'll open the public hearing, and then we'll close the public hearing since no one is present. I'm comfortable with the 750. It seemed to work for the developer who asked for the variance last month. It is consistent with the International Fire Code, and studies show for walkability, if people get out and walk, they don't really want to walk more than a quarter mile. 2,500 is over a quarter mile, but what do y'all think?
I think the 750 feet is a good idea. If the fire truck needs to turn around and you got to go the full 2,500 feet, the odds of going around cars or having other issues, I think is much greater, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
And the time.
That's true. I didn't think about the travel of the fire truck, but same thing for school bus, etc. Any other comments or questions? With not hearing any, chair will call for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion we adopt the 750 feet.
All right, so
I second the motion.
we have a motion made by Travis to recommend to the mayor and council to adopt 750 foot as a maximum for cul-de-sac length streets, and a second by Signora. Any other comments or discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of this recommendation, please signify by raising your hand. Motion passes unanimous. And the next item is a consideration for a text amendment to the Unified Development Code, section 13.1.7.c. This is regarding public hearing applications and review procedures. Ashley, would you?
Yes, so a big pillar of why we wanted the UDC in place in the when we first started going back over the zoning ordinance and trying to modernize the code was streamlining application processes. So this would also help streamline the application process and timeline for zoning applications. So we want to make sure that applications aren't getting held up for 4 months at a time, 6 months at a time, and that advertising for zoning applications remain accurate since we do have 2 public hearings, which is different than a lot of jurisdictions. Staff is proposing a text amendment that would decrease the Planning Commission and Tree Board's amount of time for tabling an application from 45 days to 15 days. The proposed amendment would allow the advertisement of public hearings to remain accurate since we do have 2 public hearings at this level and then mayor and council meetings. This would also allow for application timelines to remain as close to 2.5 to 3 months as possible. Staff recommends approval of the text amendment. If an application were to get tabled at planning commission, we would just have to have a special called meeting from 15 days from that tabling.
Okay. Anybody have any questions of Ashley on this? All right, we'll open the public hearing. Seeing that no one's here, we'll close the public hearing. Ashley, I think this is a pretty wise move. This planning commission doesn't table very many things. I think we've tabled one thing in the last 5 years, and that was the one item earlier this year we tabled. But I think it's a wise choice. I don't see it's going to compound work on you or your staff, or at least not very often anyway.
Yeah,
I don't know what the tree board.
The only thing that the tree board will ever hear is text amendments to the tree ordinance specifically.
Yeah.
So I don't know why those text amendments would need to be tabled, because they should be hashed out by the time we're presenting them. So that's really what they would be tabling.
Anyone have any questions or comments on this request?
I think this also puts us in line with the other counties around us with 15 days.
Does it?
So with builders and other people that are needing to push these things through, it puts us in line with everybody else, so it makes us feel the same, right?
Consistent, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Well, if there's no other questions or comments, Chair will entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we approve the
Text amendment.
text
So,
amendment.
all right, so I have a motion by Signora to recommend approval of the text amendment as recommended by staff,
And I second.
and a second by Glenda. No other discussion or questions or comments? All those in favor of the motion, please signify by raising your hand. Thank you, motion passes unanimous. All right, Ashley, any unfinished business?
No unfinished business.
All right, and no new business?
No new business, just an announcement, we will have a meeting July 2nd, or July 22nd, I'm sorry. So it will be a big meeting, so we need as many people here as possible, because it's an annexation request, a future land use map amendment, a rezone, a special use, and a variance, all for one property.
Asking for a lot of stuff, huh?
Yes, so it is a big project, and we want you guys to make sure that y'all are on the record with your opinions and everything like that, so.
Okay, well, with no other business, I'll take a recommendation to adjourn this meeting.
I can recommend we close the meeting.
All right,
I second the motion.
got a motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your hand. Thank you so much. Meeting's adjourned.
Wow.
Wow, that didn't